Well, Coach, let's start with the big one. How's it feel to have a 20-win season, your first year as a Division I head coach?
Thank you. It's the same as 19 and 18, just about. I think when it ends, then you'll be able to look back and say, wow, these guys have really came through for us. Especially this guy sitting here next to me, but not only him. But you look back and you have some good memories of winning some games on the road and some big comebacks, but we still got a lot of room to go. We got 2 more league games and then we start our 3rd season, but not really time to reminisce. I don't know if 20 wins was a goal, but I'm happy. We got it. We got a W tonight, and it was a hard-fought one.
I'm sure you anticipated they'd throw 40 minutes of zone at you the way they did, but did you think you'd take 41 threes tonight?
If they were good, I think there was 3 or 4 that were not good in the first half once again, and that's why we took so long for me and Braxton to get out here, is because we have to take better ones. Now Braxton gets a little bit more leeway. He's shooting it at a high percentage. Deshaun gets a little bit more leeway, but as a point guard, he has to know when and how and why. But we need guys to step in and make them, because we can shoot them. If you're going to dare us to shoot them out there, we can shoot them.
Coach, is that what the big discussion's about after the game, is keeping guys like New Williams' confidence up and just, really getting Deshaun to buy into when he can shoot his 3 and when's a good shot, not a good shot?
It wasn't individually. It was just as a group, hey, we need everybody to play good. We need everybody to play good. If we're going to go where we want to go, everybody has to step up and play good. And, it's a long season, especially for some guys, and we talked about inexperience. There's some guys that haven't played this long, this many minutes, and come to practice and be expected and have the weight on their shoulders. Our seniors have done that before. So this couple days off that we'll have because we have this bye is great, but the talk wasn't necessarily individually. Everybody played pretty good defense. We only had 9 turnovers, so it was a positive talk, but it was, you need to refocus, because we need everybody if we're going to win the way we want to.
And so leading off of that, this time off, is it going to be more rest, more technique? How do you go into this time where you get a little break?
Some of it needs to be away from us. They need to concentrate on their studies and not be around basketball. It's just the honest truth. When you have that break, they need a couple days, so maybe on Saturday or something we can get together for a barbecue and not talk basketball, and we can sit and laugh and talk about what's going on, because this is a long year, especially for these guys with all the responsibilities that they have. And we got to refocus, and we got to play better as a group.
Hey, Braxton, this is the second time this year you've hit 8 threes in a game, and I think the first time you did it at Utah State, we talked about the record being 9. So did you know that while you were out there, and did you have an idea of how close you were getting to that record?
Actually, I heard a couple fans screaming, just shoot one more. Just shoot one more. I heard them saying it, but it was too late in the game, so we just finished the game off.
And what was your mindset coming in? Because I know it was tough for you Saturday against Nevada to be out of the game with fouls and watching your teammates as that game came down to the wire. Where was your head going into this one?
I just wanted to get some wins. That's where I was. I know we just dropped 2. That was definitely winnable. Definitely winnable. I just wanted to come in and get this win, for sure win.
Question right here. So you guys got the win tonight, and San Diego State is next up on the playing next.
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Yeah.
So going into San Diego State, what message do you guys need to send to the conference if going into San Diego State?
It's too late in the year to send messages. We just got to go in and be ready to play. It's going to be a great environment. It was a good environment here. But if you go to Viejas, it's going to be sold out. It's going to be a great environment. They've been hot. They just dropped to Utah State late. So they'll be ready to go. But I know our young men in that locker room is going to be ready to go too.
Coach, on top of getting your 20th win of the season tonight, you also guarantee yourselves of getting a first-round bye at the Mountain West Conference tournament. How big is that?
That is important. That is important. You don't want to try to win 4 games in 4 days. You want to win 3 and 3. So now, when you start talking about seeding, some of that stuff doesn't matter. You wanted to make sure you get the bye. You never want to give anybody any ammunition and say, well, we hope we're here so we don't play this team, or we hope we're here. We want to play this team. That's not how we work. But it is nice to have that bye. We need it.
Any other questions?
And we've earned it.
Coach, how'd you feel about your ball movement tonight and also the pursuit of loose balls and offensive rebounds? I mean, you had the one kind of signature possession where you guys got that offensive board 3 times and finally cashed it in. Does that say something about where your team is mentally at this point in the season?
I thought the ball movement was nice. And I also thought there was 2 guys out there making shots, and I'm sitting next to one. So I think when that happens, sometimes it does get a little sticky because it's like I'm gonna put this in the basket for us, and that's fine, you know. But I thought the ball movement was really nice, and I thought we got some good shots. And then we challenged them at that timeout to say let's finish the game. And I think all those offensive rebounds that came from those guys responding to the challenge that we had, and I think it ended up in B's hands, and it was one of those threes.
Braxton, have you thought about the fact that one more home game is going to be your last time in this arena where you've made a lot of memories in a short amount of time?
Yeah, I try not to think about it too much, though. I don't want to get too emotional in here.
Well, on March the 9th, that might change. And, Coach, let's finish with that. So you talked about San Diego State, but you get one more home game, March the 9th, and that salute to your 3 seniors. What have they meant to you this year, and why do you think people should show up on March the 9th?
Well, they should show up because we've had a good year. And we've had 3 seniors that have done nothing but work their tail off in the classroom and on the floor. So we need to make sure we show up and honor them. You know, and I think we talked about this one time before. Every senior night, I get a little emotional as an assistant, but I can imagine how it's going to be losing these 3 guys in my first year, and the buy-in that they gave to me and our coaches is much appreciative, and I want to make sure they know that.
Thanks, everybody.
Congrats, Coach, on 20.
Thank you. Thank you.